So what's up guys, to my first ever video. Today I'm gonna show you a little bit of basics for the economy in Victoria 3 game. So if you're struggling like me at the beginning to understand the game, let me show you how you're supposed to make money. So first thing first, in this game you're making money by taxing your workforce. That's your main income of gold. So at the beginning of the game, what you're gonna understand is you have a population, and this population is your workforce. And at the beginning, you have a lot of peasants. So the peasants are the lowest tier for the workforce, and you have almost half of it at the beginning. Well, it's not the beginning because it's like a 20-year deep uh, game, so it's almost at the beginning, but yeah, not a big deal. So you have almost half of your workforce, which are peasants. So you can see in the building time that's peasants, if you go back here, are working in those kind of medieval farms, which you cannot build or decrease. Like this one, they have almost 400k workers making not that much good and paying their workforce really bad wages, which is not good for you because you need those tax to have a good balance. So how you gonna do it? By provide jobs. How you provide jobs? By building. Right here you can see your construction sectors. Those buildings provide construction points, and those construction point goes to feed, to advance the building you queue up here. So if you go in this filter, you can see that's the government building. So what I build, so the profit of those buildings are coming in my pocket, and those line is the private one. So the private owner, so they're gonna get the profit of their building. So how you make all this profitable? So there's a mechanic of the game you need to understand. It's the investment pools. So the pool, it's like a bank reserve, like for the government, but the government, your gold reserve, have a cap, while the investment pool, it's unlimited money that can be stacked there. So on the long run, the logic of the game, if you were to stay capitalist, is to try to get the most of your investment pool. So why I say that? Because if you go in your budget tab, you're gonna see here, you can watch this by yourself on your game, but just to make a quick video, you can see here in your national revenue that the big chunk of your money is coming from taxes, and that little 4k is coming from the government dividends, which is the profit I made for all the building I've built throughout those 20 years here. They give me 4k compared to the taxes. It's nothing. So it's not by building yourself that you're really gonna be rich as a government and be able to fund your royal army. So that's one thing to understand. So the big chunk of your money as the governments come from tax, not the building, not the profit of the building that you're gonna queue up here. So if you come here in your expense, you're gonna see that you're paying mostly for the wages of the government and the military. So that's it. That's mostly your expense. So that's how the games work. You want to provide good jobs and more jobs, especially to those peasants, so they can bring more tax. So you can make more army. You can fund with your bureaucracy more institution. So it's just a big circle. And why I said investment pool is good is because here you can see the old construction sectors cost me 40K to run. But because of my law, you can see here, those 41 here, I have the investment pool that's cover half of it. You can see here. So in the construction here, they get half the point here. I got my share, they got their share. So by being under interventionism, I'm going half and half with them. But the best you can do is try to transfer all that money costs to them, to the investment pool. All the costs of the construction sector are mostly transfer it to them because it's unlimited money and it's the only use for it. So you can see here it costs 41K total for all the 65 point, but they're making every week's 81K, but they only give me for the construction 20K. So they can do a lot better. And how you do that is coming to the law that pass from interventionism to laissez-faire. Why? Because here it says 50% of the construction is gonna be funded by the private. The other half, it's on me, the government. While in laissez-faire, it's 75% for the private, 25 for me. So since I don't make a lot of money from the profit of my building, it's a good thing that the private pay to fund the construction sector. So here it says covered in dividend it's 50% and 25% efficiency. What they mean by that, if you go in your budget and go under government dividend, you can see government dividend efficiency it's 50%. So 25 basics, 25 because of the law. What that means is every building that I own, that I build, which make profit, I only touch half of those profits. The other half is completely waste. So that's why you want the private part here to mostly build those industry and not you are the government. At the beginning, yes, because you help you help the industry, but later on you want them to build most of it because they're gonna keep part of the profit to live, but the other part of the profit they're going to reinvest in this pool, and this pool is going back to making more construction, which in turn provide more jobs. So it's just a wheel. So I think it's 10 minutes long already. So I think it's about it.